Offensively, for Alabama, you got two different dudes that to me epitomize how every generation is just better than the next. Two dudes on Alabama's offense define every generation is better than the one before it. Starting with Jalen Milroe. Okay, Jalen Milroe is playing quarterback for Alabama. He's delivering perfect spiral throws with different trajectories, arcs, velocities. He's layering balls into coverage. He's delivering balls into tight windows, all just throwing the ball while he stands in the pocket. Then there's designed plays where Jalen Milroe tucks the ball and runs, picks up tons of yards on the ground as a running quarterback, as a ball carrier. All the while, he's built like a linebacker, right? So it's like watching a linebacker stand in the pocket and deliver perfectly layered balls down the field. And then if he does drop back to pass, it doesn't have anything open. He tucks the ball and runs like a linebacker running with the ball. And then on the design runs, he's shifty, he's elusive, he can put his foot in the ground, he can outrun you vertically, horizontally, makes dudes miss in a bunch of different ways. And I'm not sure we're going to see an athlete as good as Jalen Milroe in any of the previous generations. Like, here's my point. Are guys bigger, faster, stronger in the NFL, especially on defense? Of course. But in today's day and age, in the athleticism age of football, and the success we've already seen with Lamar Jackson at the NFL level, plus the fact that Jalen Milroe, while different than Lamar Jackson in terms of maybe shiftiness, in terms of elusiveness, Milroe's style of running is more like, I'm going to run past you, but if I need to, I'm also going to run over you because I'm built like a linebacker. I don't know what we're feeding these guys nowadays. I don't know where we're starting to find these dudes, but Jalen Milroe is like the perfect example of, oh my God, every generation gets bigger and better than the next one. It's insane to watch Jalen Milroe play quarterback in any football game he participates in. He is a linebacker standing in the pocket, reading the defense and delivering the ball down the field, layering it into coverage, throwing it with serious velocity, tight spiraled into tight coverage windows. And if none of the passing game's there, he just tucks it and runs for 8+ yards, lowering his shoulder or making guys miss along the way. On top of the designed runs that they run on offense for Alabama, where Jalen Milroe takes the ball, gets outside the tackle box, and looks like Derrick Henry running the football. Absolutely outrageous, if I'm being honest. And I am an Alabama fan, so maybe there's some bias to it, but I don't know if we've seen a quarterback like Jalen Milroe almost ever. And I'm not saying he's like better than Tom Brady or better than all the greats. No. I know that. I get it. I understand. What I'm saying is his window for success, his opportunity to be successful at the next level is so big because he does so many things so well that he's developed and gotten better at as time's gone on. At the beginning of last season in 2023, he looked like he couldn't throw the ball past the sticks. Now he's like launching balls into coverage. Now he's arcing balls over the top of the defense and layering them in perfectly and tight windows. And then he's tucking it, and then he's doing what he's always done really well, which is run the ball. And to have a guy against a Georgia defense have 400 and 374 pounds. Let's do the math. What are we doing? We got calculators in our phones, right? 374 plus 117. Yeah. To have a quarterback against a Georgia defense account for 491 total yards of offense and 4 touchdowns. What are we supposed to do? Like, how is this happening? Oh, he threw for 374 and he ran for 117. He had 7 yards a carry as a ball carrier with 2 touchdowns. He was averaging 11 yards per completion in the air with 2 passing touchdowns, 98 quarterback rating, and he's built like a linebacker. A linebacker. Huh? What are we supposed like? So don't let anybody tell you when you go and say, oh, like today's guys are better athletes than previous generations, and some old head steps in and goes, oh, you ever see Terry Bradshaw play quarterback? You ever see Brett Favre? I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it. I can't hear it. I don't like, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. on top of the Milroe situation, okay? On top of the Milroe quarterback, he's a freak, he's dynamic, he's whatever. Yes, true, all of it. The best pure receiver, because it's hard to word this, the best offense-only player, still not there yet. The best offense-only non-quarterback in college football in 2024 legally is not allowed to vote in the election. He can't go to the gas station and buy a pack of Marlboro Reds. He can't enlist in the military. He legally cannot. The best offensive-only non-quarterback in all of college football is 17. He's 17. He was born in 2007, guys. What are we talking about? What's happening? What has happened to this great nation? Actually, I don't mean that, because I love it. So Ryan Williams is 17 years old, and there's some arguments for Ashton Genty. There's some arguments for other offensive players in the country that have looked really good. Of course, you've got your quarterbacks to begin with in Heisman consideration with guys like his teammate Milroe, Cam Ward, etc. I get it. Best receiver in the country, let's put it that way. Can't vote, can't buy tobacco, can't serve in the military. Ryan Williams is 17, doing things I haven't seen maybe anybody ever. I mean, he's making Georgia look like he's making Georgia defenders and the Georgia defense look like the games when Alabama plays Mercer, right? Those tune-up games early this season. Like Ryan Williams is catching passes one-on-one, coming back for balls, and then putting his foot in the ground, making moves, and defenders on the Georgia defense are running into each other. Like they're just kissing each other. And Ryan Williams, in the meantime, is just streaking down the sideline like he's 17. What are we talking about? How's this happening? Once again, if you've got an old head and you're talking eras and generations and athletes and comparing older guys versus today's game, oh, you ever see Keyshawn Johnson? That guy was, I don't want to hear it, man. Like, Ryan Williams is out of this world outrageous. And like, he's not even that big. Obviously, he's very fast, but like, he's not like he's a Calvin Johnson build, right? Where he's like 6'6", 240 with 8% body fat, and he's just jumping over everybody. For Ryan Williams to be his age and at his size, putting up 177 with a touch on Georgia, what is happening in today's society? What are these guys getting fed? I just want to know, what does Ryan Williams sit down and eat for dinner every day? Like, I want to know. It's insane. All right, I'm done talking about that game, but it's just insane.